What do you guys think in chat about race mixing? I know that's a interesting question to ask, but the reason why is because a few days ago, and I never talked about it on stream, but now I feel like talking about it, this post came up. I'm just saying, from this individual right here, with, my husband will be black. Okay, good for you, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But attached to that message, right here, is this graph, which, if we open up in another tab, let's zoom in on this graph. You've got two scenarios, okay? I'll cover up the second scenario. We'll talk about the first one. A loving black couple gives birth to a black daughter who marries a black man, who they give birth to another black man who marries a black woman who gives birth to a black woman who has, coitus with a black man and produces a happy black daughter. Okay, cool, whatever. That's them. They do them. You do you. Then you look at the second graph, and it's two angry black people. Two old, angry black people, in comparison to the other old, happy black people with the big heart, in comparison to the very tiny, small heart on the left-hand side. And they're angry. Why? Well, look, they're looking down because their son found a white woman, and he has decided to take part of the evil sin called race mixing. Terrible, absolutely god awful, I guess, for some reason, I guess. And they give birth to a mixed race woman who finds a white man, and they give birth to a white man who finds well, it would still be a mixed race person, right? Who finds a white person and has a daughter who is still mixed race, but obviously is white presenting. But this tiny little girl is very sad in comparison to this very happy black girl. I'm sure that this little white girl is thinking, let's zoom in on her. This little white girl right here, she's thinking, oh no, I can't believe my parents are black. My culture will be destroyed. The evil waste mixing parent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why she's very sad. In comparison to the happy black girl who's very happy because her parents resisted the evil temptation of race mixing. Anyway, this is like racist as fuck, obviously, for a million different reasons. The first reason, of course, being that this marginalizes mixed race people who are already marginalized in both white and black communities because they're in this weird interim between said communities, and some people don't want to consider them black, and society generally doesn't consider them white, and people like that are harassed and bullied, definitely in schooling. I saw it in my own schooling system for being mixed race, for being quote-unquote light-skinned on many occasions, right? That's terrible. Marginalizing those people aren't good. They didn't choose to be born mixed race. And being mixed race literally doesn't matter. But also the idea that it is some weird moral wrong for your kids to be lighter, or for your kids to be darker, or that mixing up melanin levels leads to some drastically terrible outcome is terribly racist. Look, we actually have some live footage from inside this woman's home at the moment. And I'm happy that she was able to add representation to an old portrayal, That Hitler is finally being portrayed as the strong, powerful, proud woman of color they always deserve to be represented by. It's beautiful, really. I do also have another graph that this person might be interested in, showing, racial types, and when what happens when different types of people mix a little bit, like the Jude over here. Like all these boxes produce this, and oh, look at the different types. I mean, this gets really precise in comparison to the crude drawing over here. Oh, and of course, this one. I found this one, and I was gonna say I wasn't gonna show it. I thought it was a little too much on the edge, but oops, oopsie daisy, I clicked it. A little bit more precise than the crude drawing over there. I think, actually, you know what we'll do? There we go. Just, I just want to help him out. I just want to be a helpful commentator on the platform, okay? Just want to be a helpful commentator. That's all. I just want to be helpful. Look, I don't care what color you are. If you're, think that race mixing is some damn evil that needs to be stopped, or you're marginalizing people for being mixed or loving whoever the hell they want to love, you're a shitty person, and you're also a racist. Like, you just are. Like, you're acting like these children, this child at the bottom here, is somehow going to live a lesser existence because of the way they look, because they're mixed. Or because, oh, now they're white presenting, so now they're going to lose their terrible black roots. Or their wonderful black roots, in this instance. Sorry, the thing is, I'm trying to, it's weird, and I know that Vosh gets shit for this, but it's 100% true. It's hard when I'm looking at this not to think that they're just like a Nazi. Because this is what it is. I mean, I showed you guys the graph, right? It's just Nazi talking points. Like, I know, a week ago, I was talking about how this black person's angry at this, not this black person, but this Nazi was angry at somebody's terrible black roots and how it destroyed their moral white foundation. And now I'm 2 weeks later talking about this shit. Now, I do want to make the distinction. Number one, this person and racists who think like this specifically, from this community, will never have substantial political power to enforce anti-white mixing with black miscegenation laws to protect the black. That's never going to happen. And there's also a difference between that Nazi ideology, which is, even if this is terribly racist, I doubt most people who believe this way also are pursuing the extermination of white people. And even if they were, they would never be able to achieve it. But the talking points are not that different. They're basically the same when it comes to this race mixing, this terrible evil race mixing, which produces happy children, or I guess apparently sad-faced children. Anyway, first one's a racist. This shit is stupid. There's really no distinct difference between this and Nazi talking point.